What's going on, y'all? If you're into streaming, content creation, gaming, things like that, you've probably considered getting a boom arm to help move your microphone around. And these are two very quality, very popular boom arms right here. I have the RØDE PSA1 and the Blue Compass boom arm. So I'm going to go ahead and set these up. I have two microphones you can see here that I'm going to go ahead and attach to these so you can see how they function, what they look like. And then give you my recommendation to help you decide which one's right for you. So starting off, these are both about 32 inches long. Now they both have desk clamps. Now these desk clamps, the way they work is in the space here. So you're gonna see this is like an adjuster. So you spin this and it moves this plate up and down. Your desk is gonna sit in the middle here. So let me just go ahead and give you an example. So I'm gonna put this on my desk, go ahead and spin it like that, and then this clamps onto your desk. So I do like the Blue Compass desk mount better because it has this little rubber attachment here. As you saw with the RØDE PSA1, it was just like a metal bar, right? And I feel like they could have done better with that. But both of these desk clamps, once they're on, do sit very nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this so you can see here is the Blue Compass desk mount, and then here is the RØDE PSA1 desk mount here. It's quality desk mounts. They both sit on there nicely. Now the RØDE PSA1s do come with this like permanent desk mount, so if you wanted to drill a hole in your desk, drop this in there, you can put your boom arm in here. Most streamers and content creators go with the desk mounts because you can move them around. So you don't want it, maybe one day I want it on this side of my desk, or one time I want it closer to me, I can do that. If you drill a hole in your desk and put it in there, it's just stuck in one place. So that might be good if you're into like podcasting or something, and you just want like you have guests and stuff, but if you plan on moving it around, I think it's good to use these desk mounts. Now, as far as the boom arms themselves, here you go. I'm going to go ahead and start with the Blue Compass. Now, on the bottom, I just want to point this out before I put it in. It has a screw here. And this screw, you can tighten it or loosen it. And that's just going to adjust the tension of these right here. So these are like the tension adjuster, these knobs. So that's what that screw does. I'm going to go ahead and put it in. Here it is in. And it looks really quality and feels really quality. The Blue Compass boom arm does. Now, as I mentioned, it does have three adjusters on it. 1, 2, and then 3 is at the very top. So this is going to control, watch, if I loosen this, I can like move it up or down like this. So once I have it in a spot I like, I can go ahead and just tighten it. So I'm going to leave it about right there, tighten it, and then I'm going to loosen this one as well and bend it down as well. So as you're going to see, it's very flexible right here. Now these are a little bit easier to maneuver once you have a microphone on this. Actually, I might just put a microphone on this real quick. So it's a little bit easier for me to move it around, because without it, you're kind of fighting it. These things just always want to spring up. So once you get these, be careful, because that spring, if you're not careful, these boom arms can just spring up and smack you in the face. I've had it happen, so be careful. I'm putting my microphone on here now, and I'm going to go ahead and lower it so that way you can see what I mean here. So I got mine loose here, and I'm going to go ahead and bend it down. So there's the microphone on it, and again, I can reposition this if I want to. Now, one issue I do have with the Blue Compass is I feel like no matter what I've done with the tension, no matter how often I move it around, I feel like it always just has a little bump, and it's just like that, like boom, just a little bit, and I can't, like, the tension, like I said, I've adjusted everything, and it's always just happening. It's just a little bump, but once it's done with that little initial bump, it'll just stay, but I don't know what it is, it just does that. Now this is nice, so that if I was to use it, here you go, you know, you can talk like that, but again, you can position it to your liking. So now the RØDE PSA1, I'm going to go ahead and same situation, you just drop this boom arm right into the hole right here, and this one is especially springy. Now I have my Shure SM7B microphone here that I'm going to go ahead and attach to it, but again, I'm going to be very careful because it's extremely springy. Now you're going to notice with the RØDE PSA1 that it does not have like those adjusters on the side of them. Doesn't need them, which I really like. I'm going to go ahead and show you how comfortable and how easy it is to move this particular boom arm around. So I got it, my microphone on here now, and then you're going to go ahead and see. So I don't have to adjust anything. It does it all on its own. So look, I can move it down, I can move it up. So very, very cool. I think I already mentioned these are both 32 inches, both of these boom arms. This one holds about 3.8 pounds, and then this one holds about 2.4 pounds, the microphone weight. Now, very cool. As far as cable management goes, the RØDE PSA1 does have a little slot right here that you can kind of tuck a cable into. It's not great, but it is something. Whereas the Blue Compass, though, I feel like does have better cable management. I will give them that. It has a groove right here, and this groove goes all the way up to the very tip of the microphone. So you can even see it up to here. And it has these little latches here. So once your cable's in there, you can just latch them closed throughout, and it's going to keep your cable secure, which is pretty nice, because if you're into streaming or YouTube videos or anything like that, you know that sometimes you can have a lot of cables for like your mic, your camera, your lights, different things like that. So it's nice to have these cables a little bit better managed. The Rode also does come with these Velcro straps, though, which I personally use to wrap around my boom arm to help keep my cables in place. So now, which one do I prefer? Do I prefer the Rode PSA1 boom arm here or the Blue Compass boom arm here? My personal preference and recommendation is the Rode PSA1 boom arm. I feel like this is just the best boom arm out there. A lot of streamers and content creators use this boom arm because of how good it is. And so I recommend this one. I personally prefer it over the Blue Compass. And I hope that my review was able to help you make your decision.